dealing with the blood disorder diabetes must closely monitor his blood sugar, S of t. After eating a meal, the rise of his blood sugar can be modeled by this equation here, where t is the time in hours. If his blood sugar needs to remain at a level of 80 milligrams per deciliter or greater, how much time can Brent wait to eat another meal? Okay, so here, what we're trying to do is solve a situation. We want to find out how much time. So again, if we're trying to find how much time, what we're looking for here is a t value. So I'm going to be searching for a t. Now, this means it's blood sugar. This 80 is referring to blood sugar here, or S of t, like that. So 80 is going to go in right here. Now, since this is an equation, you could insolve to figure out where this value is, but that won't do us very much good. Because if you think about it, what this should look like, let's just go look at the graph real quick. If I go to a graph here, and I type in the equation as was given to me, I'm going to pull this over to the side so we can see both the equation and what I should be typing in. I want to have a fraction here. So I go control, divide, negative 7, x. I have to switch it to an x. I cannot leave it as it is. 124x cubed. I just realized this is to the fourth. Let me correct that. Okay. And minus 320x squared minus 1600x minus 1600. All this is divided by x squared minus 8x minus 20. When I graph this equation, I get this. Now, I want to keep this above 80. So I want to make sure I can see it. So I'm going to come up here and change my y value to be 100. Now that I can see this, let me just shift this over really quick. Now that I can see this a little bit, I need my blood sugar to remain at least 80. Now the way to see this is that's a y value. So if I type that in as a second equation as 80, you can see that my blood sugar needs to remain over here. Now the reason insolve wouldn't do you any good is the insolve would always give you the intersection that's closest to the y-axis, which is occurring at 0. That means at time 0, my blood sugar is at the right amount. Well, that doesn't solve me. I want to know how much time can I wait to eat another meal. So all in here, I'm okay because my blood sugar is at least 80. It needs to remain at a level of 80 or greater. So I'm okay there. But where I get in trouble is if I haven't eaten another meal by this time here. So in this particular problem, we would discover that I can wait 2.7, that at 2.57 is the time by which I need to eat. Another meal. And we got that looking at this picture here.